hair. Medium heat, 15 to 20 minutes with 5-minute cool down. Room temperature, 30 to 45 minutes. For processing for optimal vibrancy over color treated hair for levels 1 through 3, you have to add heat. Okay? So obviously with Regina, we're going to have a little bit more subtlety. Now, that's just because we're not in a salon. We were like, where the heck are we going to shampoo her? The pool? We're like, you know, when you think about like bathroom sinks and things like that, there's you can't even get your head into there. So how do you do that? So you're going to our room. And luckily we have a sink in there. So
they make those things that you can hook onto the faucet that have the hose.
Yeah.
Have you tried? I guess you've tried.
We have at the hair shows we have that kind of stuff, right? But that's what makes a little bit of this side of things. We're like, here's a towel. Go to the tub. Make sure them foils come out, right? And you're working around the toilet and all that kind of stuff.
What is it?
When you're going through to find somewhere to shampoo them. Yeah.
You don't have a portable shampoo bowl sink?
We do for the hair shows.
I have one there.
Yeah. You do have one?
Yeah, because I do
I mean,
shut-ins.
it's worth it.
Oh, I've got one. And I use a pitcher if I don't have a spray.
Yes.
It can work.
Mm-hmm. It can work. So when refreshing the red shades, use the recommended formula on the regrowth. Okay. Refreshing the length. Mix red shade with your demi developer. Your mixing ratio is 1 to 1.5. Process for up to 10 minutes without heat. So if you did this service and she comes back in and want it to refresh, this is what you do. Okay. Remove highlighting mixture, shampoo twice with white tea. Okay. The sulfate-free restorative shampoo just leaves the hair feeling amazing. It actually has a little bit more control in there. Okay. Apply no H2O2, which stops that processing. Leave it on 3 to 5 minutes and rinse. Condition with white tea, soothing daily conditioner. It's going to give you the best results overall as far as longevity goes too. As far as your highlighting procedure goes, using red for RV or 4R on the same head of hair with light blonde shades. Everybody always asks this question. Okay. 7N, 8AN, 8N, or 9AB is not recommended. But if you do, because we, hairstylist to hairstylist, always want to try it, just to see. Rinse, shampoo, red, shades 3 times. Coat with white tea soothing daily conditioner before removing the blonde foils to help prevent the blonde highlights from becoming discolored. Okay. That'll help at least control that situation. A lot of times if you put it on colder water too, it's not that pleasant for the client. However, they will be loving their hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Yeah. Base breaking. There are only 2 base break colors options that you can choose from. You really have 4 choices of methods of mixing. Okay? So softening the natural hair as the color at the base. You want to diminish the contrast between natural regrowth and hair that is highlighted through the length. Okay? Some people don't even really realize what base breaking is. This is what it is. It's for people who have the 4,000 foils in their hair and the 5 hairs left out that come back in 3 weeks later and say it looks black at the root, right? And this is when you would need a base break option. A lot of times what we do is we can buy our clients time, and people say, well, why would you want to do that? Well, because I'm going to charge you for a base color application in between, right? So even though you're buying them time on the full service, you're making more money in the long run because you're bringing them in more often. So we'll do maybe a full highlight, then we'll bring them in maybe 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later, charge them for a base color, even though it's a base break, and it only takes, 15 minutes tops, right? And then they're out of there because it doesn't even stay on for that long, right? So then they're out of there. They come back in 3-4 weeks later. They're getting their full application again. Doesn't matter that it only takes 15 minutes. You still had to apply your base break, right? You're just using a smart system. For hair that's 75 to 100% highlighted, apply before or after highlight took place. Maintenance service between highlight appointments. This is a great way to do it. So call it a maintenance service if you wanted to. That's the way you can market it. Okay? Bowl and brush or bottle application, whichever you prefer. Okay?
And this would be closer to their root, or
This is actually
the
this
base is their natural.
Well, the base break is going on their base, the root.
Their natural, yeah.
So here are your options, which are listed right here on your chart. Those are your only options. The same thing is listed right here. It's natural color level. Select the shade. Recommended for levels 5 through 10. Not recommended for levels 1 through 4. Have I done it? Of course I've done it. Okay. Is it predictable results? Not necessarily. Okay. So on a level 5 or 6, the only option you have is to use your 8AN. This is a base break. Okay. You only have a half a level to a level of lift, or 1 to 2 levels of lift as an option for a base break. That's it. Otherwise, you need to choose a color and a 30 or 40 volume developer if you want more lift. Okay? This is just to soften, is what this is for. For your level 7 to 10, you also have the option of a half a level to a level of lift, or 1 to 2 levels of lift. But your only color option or your flavor is 9AV Sandstorm. That's it. So you can't get any easier than that. Whatever level you're working with is how you choose which one you're using. We use base breaks all the time.
And it says 10 to 15 minutes processing. So you don't want deposit. You're just wanting to bring the hair up. I mean, you're
just wanting to shift it. You're just wanting to shift the base a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all you're wanting to do, is just to soften it.
Okay, so you can put the foils in and then go back and get it on the roots. By the time you get it all over the roots, the foils will be ready to come out. Da-da.
Voila.
Voila.
Okay? So here's what I like to do when I bring them back in for their maintenance base break. Is I like to bring them in, they sit for 5 minutes under the dryer because I'm warming up their scalp, right? So then, while I'm warming up their scalp, I'm mixing their base break formula. I bring them back over to the chair, I apply it, takes just a few minutes. By the time I'm done applying, we're almost ready to go to the bowl. So I will then apply that color or that base break.
after you shampoo, or do you shampoo first?
No, I brought them back over to the
Right,
chair.
you just bring them in, put them under the dryer.
Yep, put them under the dryer so they go straight under the dryer. I'm mixing their color. I bring them over to my chair. I apply, right? By the time I go and wash my bowl, I'm ready to go back and get them, take them to the shampoo bowl. Now I'm rinsing out their base break. They're done. They're out. Right? Just that quick. That's their maintenance appointment.
And you style them or not, I
Yep.
guess. It just depends. But what do you charge for that? Just
I charge them a full base color.
do you?
That's why I'm saying, so yes, I would style them out because I'm charging them for a full base color
Sure.
service.
Right.
It's just not taking me any process. I'm eliminating mainly the
Clients
processing
actually
time.
love that.
They love it,
They
yeah.
don't want to come in and they go, oh, 2 hours. When can I carve out 2 hours of my time?
Yeah, absolutely. They love it.
So this
They
stretches
love it.
out their
And I
color.
love it because it's quick and I get paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be perfectly honest,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And it makes your work look good.
Right.
It makes your work look good.
Absolutely. And especially now in the fall when they can go a little bit longer in
Yes.
between highlights.
So be aware, though, if you have somebody that is a level 10 or 12 or a 15 in their highlight color, this is a lift and tone. The highest that goes is a 9, right? So if that 9 AV touches something that is higher than a 9, aren't you going to tone it to a 9? Just be aware. Okay? Can you still give a pretty color when you're going and rinsing that through and blending that out?
Sometimes
More
it needs that.
stylist to stylist.
Right.
Okay?
Or what about if, the customer, because we have all those customers that pull gold with color.
Mhm.
So then, I use highlights just to get the gold out sometimes.
Mhm.
They're going to complain about that gold being in there. I don't use Scruples color, so I don't know about the AV.
This is where I love AV.
Yeah.
It's because you don't see that.
Right.
Now, what happens if you leave it on too long? Then you're processing it too long. So if
Right.
you start to see some warmth happen, that's because now you've exceeded what the recommendation was.
I gotcha.
Okay, and now it's exposing some of the undertones when that's not what it was designed
Now,
to
can
do.
you
Right.
see it through there? Can you see
Oh, yeah.
it moving? Yeah.
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 The main thing you want to watch is your watch.
Yeah,
Your bar.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Done.
that's it. It's done. Okay? So time it out based on whatever other, if you're doing foils or something else in there,
Yeah.
time it out based on that, okay? It is not recommended for hair that is 75% more highlighted, like gray, or highlighted, okay? Come have a seat for a second. So your base break application, we talked about that, right? As far as the mixing options go, you're going to find it right on your chart at the bottom right-hand side here. You can do bowl and brush application. If you're doing a bottle application, you want to make sure you shake that thing up good, okay? Apply to the regrowth area, process 10 to 15 minutes at room temperature. Do not exceed 15 minutes. When I'll at least let it go 10, but don't exceed the 15 because otherwise you're going to start exposing that other undertone stuff, okay? So your removal is going to be rinse your base break formula prior to removing the foils to prevent unwanted toning. Because remember we said if you have highlights in there and they're 10, 12, 15, you don't want them to be a 9 AB, okay? Shampoo twice, apply no H2O2, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes and apply your conditioner, okay?